EDM raves and festivals, progressive paradise, are all truly welcome? Do MAGA Republicans even rave? And how does the Instagram-ready world of Coachella compare demographically to underground warehouse culture? Today, we're diving deep into the politics of electronic dance music. Trust me, the data might surprise you. To understand EDM politics today, we need to go back to the beginning. Electronic dance music wasn't born in a boardroom, it was born in the margins. Chicago house music emerged from black DJs like Frankie Knuckles spinning for predominantly black and Latino crowds. Detroit techno pioneers like Derek May and Juan Atkins were creating futuristic sounds while their city crumbled around them. Meanwhile, in New York, LGBTQ+ communities were voguing in ballrooms and finding sanctuary in warehouse parties. These weren't just parties. They were safe spaces for people society had pushed to the edges. The early rave scene was explicitly anti-establishment. Illegal warehouse parties, anti-racism messaging, and a big middle finger to Reagan-era conservatism. Plur, peace, love, unity, respect wasn't just a catchphrase, it was a political statement. This was music by and for outsiders. So when exactly did conservatives enter the chat? Let's talk numbers. Based on 2024 festival surveys and political polling data, here's the breakdown. 75 to 85% of EDM festival attendees identify as liberal or progressive. 10 to 15% identifying as independent. About 5 to 10% identifying as conservative. But here's the kicker. Only around 1% identify as MAGA supporters. Why so few MAGA supporters in a scene that's supposedly just about the music? 3 main reasons. First, there's a fundamental cultural mismatch. Plur philosophy, accepting everyone regardless of race, sexuality, or background, conflicts with America First nationalism. Second, drug use stigma. While many festival goers openly discuss substance use and harm reduction, conservative circles still heavily stigmatize drug culture. Third, lineup diversity. EDM festivals celebrate global artists, Swedish DJs, German techno, UK dubstep. This cosmopolitan vibe clashes with nationalist rhetoric. But wait, what about Coachella? The data shows slightly more conservatives here, though still uncommon. Why? Our data shows that 65 to 70% of Coachella attendees identify as liberal or progressive, 15 to 20% identifying as independent, about 10 to 15% identifying as conservative, and with around 5% as MAGA supporters. Coachella's mainstream appeal has diluted its counterculture roots. When tickets cost $500 plus and the focus shifts to Instagram content, you attract a different crowd. You've got bro country crossovers, think Diplo's country projects, or EDM remixes of pop country hits. This creates bridges between traditionally separate audiences. Most importantly, for many Coachella attendees, it's Instagram over ideology. They're there for the aesthetic and social media content, not necessarily the music's cultural meaning. The more mainstream a festival becomes, the more its political identity gets watered down. So everything on this topic is not so black or white. We have libertarian tech bros at Burning Man preaching taxation is theft, while on substances and talking about consciousness expansion. We've even got conservative DJs, they're unicorns in the EDM world, but they exist. Then we can't forget the DJ Trump parody accounts and country EDM fusion artists who support traditional values. These contradictions show that festival culture isn't a political monolith, but the exceptions prove the rule. So what happens when MAGA supporters do show up? The stories are telling. Reddit threads are full of conservatives saying they hide their political views at festival. Quote, I love EDM but can't represent MAGA without getting dirty looks. We've seen viral moments, MAGA hats getting jeered at Ultra Miami, and political arguments breaking out in festival camping areas. Here's the thing, the scene's DNA is fundamentally progressive. Even conservative ravers admit that MAGA symbolism clashes with plur values. One conservative raver told me, I separate my politics from my music, but the Trump stuff just doesn't belong here. The whole vibe is about acceptance. When your core values are peace, love, unity, and respect, divisive political messaging feels foreign, regardless of which side it comes from. So there you have it. EDM events aren't just politically liberal by accident. They're built on progressive foundations that go back decades. What's your experience? Have you seen political tensions at events? Are you conservative and feel welcome in EDM spaces? Or maybe you've witnessed the culture clash firsthand. Drop your stories in the comments below and let me know what topics you want me to dive into next.